guys. Got my morning ritual coffee, my banana, and my water, my pre-gym ritual. Almost every single morning, I do the exact same thing. Just so I realize a lot of people, they tell me like they have a hard time fitting gym into the morning, and I try to listen to them and figure out why, to help troubleshoot. Like even in the JK staff, like a lot of the guys are artists, so they're not used to having like a structured schedule. And I think that's exactly what's preventing them, thank you. I think that's exactly what's preventing them from hitting the goals that they want. Like if you don't go to sleep, if you don't sleep at the exact same time every night, then you're not gonna be able to wake up at the exact same time every morning. And if you're not able to wake up at the exact same time every morning, you're not gonna be able to go to the gym the exact same time every day, the next day. And so I think a lot of people, they see the goals that they want to do, but they fail to see the things that they have to do beforehand. And sometimes it's not just the prep, sometimes you have to prep for the prep. So for example, like a lot of times people, they see the gym in the morning, they go, okay, I gotta go to the gym in the morning. So they think the prep is setting the alarm clock at 7 a.m. But no, the prep is actually sleeping at a good amount of time, or sleeping early enough where the 7 a.m. alarm clock isn't waking you up abruptly. So that's the prep before the prep. But if you want to be even more responsible, and if you really want to nail in and dial in that goal, you need a prep before the prep before the prep. And for the prep before the prep before the prep, what you got to do is probably around 7 or 8 p.m., you already got to start wrapping up or figuring out how you're going to wrap up your work or your TV or your dinner or all of that stuff, so you can even be in bed at the right time. Because if you're not in bed, like let's say you know it takes you an hour to fall asleep, then there's no point in getting in bed at 12 because you know you're not going to sleep until 1. If your goal is to sleep at 11, then you need to get your ass in bed by 10. And this is something that I feel like so many people, they don't realize. They don't realize that to accomplish a goal, you need a prep before the prep before the prep. And every single day, they only see the prep, which is waking up on time. And they go, damn, I don't know how all these guys do it. How are all these guys able to just wake up at 7 a.m.? And it's because the other guys are prepping before the prep, before the prep, a prep in the pew. You know what I mean? So I think it's really important to keep certain parts of your life as routine as possible, so that you allow yourself the freedom to do all the other things in between those other blocks. So for example, for me, my morning routine when it comes to the gym, it's exactly the same, right? And then my Monday through Wednesday JK schedule is 1 to 7, exactly the same. Then I have pockets from like 7 to 10 at night. I can do whatever I want. Tuesday mornings, you guys see me have my breaks. I can do whatever I want. Saturday and Sunday, I do whatever I want. And during those times, I can go crazy. That's when I schedule time to hang out with friends. That's when I go shooting. That's when I go watch movies. That's when I want to sleep in. Those are the times that I give myself the freedom to do whatever I want, and I can break all the rules. And the cool thing is, because I have such a structured schedule from Monday to Friday, I don't even really need to sleep in, because I'm pretty much sleeping in every single day of the week. Every single day of the week, I aim to be in bed by 11, and I'm usually knocked out by 11:15, so that gives me a good 8-9 hours. I don't even really need this coffee. I just get this coffee just because it gives me a little bit of extra oomph so I can go ham at the gym, but I don't even really need the coffee. And so this is exactly what I feel like has allowed me to be able to accomplish all the things that I've done. And you know, like in JK, I do JK, and even within JK, there's Just Kidding Films, Just Kidding News, Just Kidding Party, there's Go For Broke I'm working on, there's the frozen dessert restaurant thing I'm working on, there's Barbell Brigade Apparel, Barbell Brigade Productions, Barbell Brigade Gym, there's so many other things. And it's being able to lock all those things in and just dedicating time to it that has allowed me to balance both my entire work life and still being able to take the pups out to, did I just spit on myself? Be able to take my pups out to visit my family and do all those things. So for those of you guys who are wanting to accomplish goals, it's not enough to just prep for the goal. You gotta prep before the prep, before the prep, before the prep.
Honestly, they're just super comfortable. Someone sent them to me, like a subscriber.
Oh,
and
cute.
half of them are like falling off.
What? Are they custom?
Yeah. She like custom bedazzles them.
Wow.
Super cool.
Did you put in those cheetah prints yourself?
No.
Oh, it came like that?
Yeah, she just sent them to me like that. They're supposed to be a lot more white than they are right now, but they're my favorites.
What did you guys do for workouts?
She killed me. What are they called?
Murder. That's what.
It's called, the exercise called murder.
That's great.
187 on the glutes.
Yeah. We did 3 kind of like superset like exercises.
Yeah.
Kind of combo did. It's kind of like 6 exercises, honestly.
6 exercises?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Wow, you're sweating too.
No, I am.
Look at all those beads of sweat coming out of your pores.
And this is only like less than 10-20 minutes of working out.
That's great.
Yeah, the movements were all new, minus like some of the lunges. I've done those.
What did you do?
We started with split squats, which we did with weight, and then tossed the weight, and then kind of jumped into them. So it's a lot of like endurance kind of volume training. And then after that, we did
The walking lunges.
walking lunges with dumbbells, and then you throw the dumbbells after, and you go back and put it overhead. So it's a lot like core and shoulders and everything. And then we did the side step ups with just like a wide stance, so it's more butt with a curtsy lunge.
It was all butts.
Is this a workout that you usually do?
Yeah, this would be like a.
She's like, no, I never do those. That's hard as hell.
I've never done these in my life. I just wanted to make her sweat. No, it's good. Yeah, I like to do a lot of supersetting and a lot of high reps.
Kind of keeping like the heart rate up type of stuff?
Exactly, because I don't really do cardio at all, so I like to keep it in my workout.
How did you handle that? Is this something that you usually do or are you accustomed to it?
I never do this. I'm super not accustomed to it. Like my body was just all wonky because I'm just trying to figure out.
What does wonky mean?
Like, I don't know, what does that word make you imagine?
You have to just like, it's a lot of balance.
Yeah.
I think of candy when I think of wonky.
Oh, that sounds like a good candy. No, I was definitely off balance. I look like a giraffe that just like was born. You know,
Yeah.
like when they're barely born, like they barely know how to walk. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
I felt all stupid.
I thought you looked much more graceful than that.
Oh, really? Wow, thank you. And you're really nice.
She's got the longest legs ever.
I
So
do,
jealous.
dude.
Like, I wish I had some legs.
I wish I had legs too. That way I wouldn't have to tippy toe when I kiss her.
He does.
I came to work at the office, the new office, on a good day today because they are bringing in the pieces for the Just Kidding new set. Look at this. What in the world is this? Just kidding, I know what it is. It's the window piece that's gonna go in the back as a background. And then behind it, we're gonna have a cityscape to pretend like Los Angeles is behind us. You know how like all those talk shows, they always have that fake cityscape where like they pretend like they're in front of a bunch of buildings, but they're not, it's just like a big picture. Well, we're gonna do some of that too. And look at this, the craftsmanship on this fake brick is amazing. It's not even real. It's like a piece of cardboard and then they put a plastic piece on and then they molded it and then they painted it to make it look like real brick. This is awesome. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look what they're moving now. They're moving a movie baby blue cinder block wall. This is pretty freaking amazing. There's all these set pieces that I don't even know what this stuff is. It just looks legit. And then we got Casey over there filming the whole move process. So if you guys want to see the whole move process, go on to JK Films because the whole thing's gonna be documented via our nice new camera.
Sony.
It's called FS5. Yeah, this is so crazy because you know, like we've been filming JK News and JK Party, JK Films, all in our old studio. the one in Monterey Park for the longest time, right? And when we first moved out of the house into there, I think in like 2010, 2011, that was already a huge step to be able to go from like a bedroom YouTuber, from a startup to have our first commercial space. Like that's a huge deal. And then being able to hustle in there, we had a lot of creative ideas and projects, and we were able to grow the company. And now we're at the point where we need to take the next step. And this next step is beyond my knowledge. Like everything that we've done with JK thus far, it has been me, Joe, Gio, Casey, and everyone in our team. We have single-handedly picked every single step that we wanted to do, you know, like from picking cameras to lighting to props to art direction. All of that stuff has been our involvement, and we made every single call. Now we're taking the next step, and this next step is beyond the knowledge that we know. Like this stuff right here, this stuff is legit film, TV, like network studio type stuff. And I don't even know what the hell those things are called, but we just know that we needed this. We just know that we needed to take the next step. So we found the right people to make it happen. And it's so mind blowing to see what started off in 2007 with me and Joe being Uncle Sam, Uncle Chin, two goofballs in a bedroom with a 5 megapixel camera duct taped to a floor lamp because we couldn't even afford a tripod, to now in 2016 and what this has become. Isn't that crazy? In 9 years, we went from hobbyists inside of a bedroom, two clowns, part-time going to school, well, full-time going to school, part-time being clowns online, to now full-time having and owning our own legit studio. Like that side on the left, that's our studio. The right side is admin. Like we are no longer combining both uses. We have two separate locations for completely different purposes. This is so freaking crazy. I can't believe this. Holy guacamole. This is amazing. Let's go inside, see what's going on in there. Oh, cool, they're just erecting it and storing it because I don't think they're done with the sound deadening material. Oh, can you hear the sound difference? Doesn't it sound amazing in here? As soon as we walked in, all the reverb and echo's gone. And it's because they've been putting this sound material in here. So now it no longer sounds like a giant empty warehouse. It sounds legit. And now Casey's recording me.
I'm stealing your sound bites.
Hey Casey, I have a question for you. Oh shoot, can we talk outside? It's loud in here. They're working. Well, you're working too. But so am I. We're all working.
Yeah.
Good, talk over here.
Alright.
Try to get good audio. God damn, that's just loud as hell. So, seeing all these changes, like comparing this new office and studio compared to what we've been working out of for like the past 2-3 years, like what kind of feelings and thoughts do you have in your mind when you kind of just look at the change and like progress we've been able to make?
That's a good question. In fact, I don't think I've actually slowed down to ever think about like the large jump from our old office to the new office, but now that you've asked me and I'm thinking about it, it's actually a pretty, what's the word? I gotta start recording. Yeah, it feels really,
It's about to get deep.
I don't know, it's gonna be deep. I think what the first thing that comes to mind is actually how much we've grown as people. Not even the business side of things.
Yeah.
I think the first thing I see here is I think back to like the 2010 versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us would have ever imagined us going into this direction, whether it be moving into this plaza, having an office here, or even doing the kind of like set designing we're doing for JK News. I mean, it didn't exist then. We were still doing skits back then, you know? So
True.
I feel like all the different like avenues we've taken in the past couple of years, and just thinking back to like the very humble beginnings,
Yeah.
like working out of your home,
Yeah.
like
The humble beginnings where you have to
Yeah.
deal with allergies every day because we got 2 dogs in there at the time.
yeah. I don't know. I don't even think about the actual success and the monetary and like the overall like growth of channel. I just see the growth of people, and I don't think that Bart or Joe would have actually made these moves. Period. Those are different people. I don't think you would have. I think you and Bart, you and Joe would have like like, yeah, fuck that shit, that's Hollywood shit, and you would have done something else, you know. But I think we've matured as people, and even I have, you know.
Yeah.
Because I actually didn't like the talk show stuff.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff. But you know, I kind of see like
We had a very independent artist, like selfish independent artist mind.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that knowing that was where we were at then and seeing where we're at now, I think that's more amazing than having the physical manifestation of the sets.
So do you feel like because of the change as people, like all of everything else that we see before us, that's kind of like the result and the aftermath of being able to change as people?
Yeah, I think so.
That's deep.
Yeah.
No, it is, because
Is
a
it
lot.
deep?
I think so, because a lot of people they see the outside first. They see the materialistic things first.
Yeah.
So they just see like, oh wow, this guy made more money. He bought a Ferrari or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But what they don't see is like this guy's hustle changed completely over the last 5 years. His priorities changed, and
Priorities changed like a mother.
yeah, and because of that, he's able to make more and then now have the Ferrari.
Yeah.
But people, they always see the outside first.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't be
definitely.
surprised if people they see like our new subscribers, our new ones that just subscribed in 2015
Yeah,
or
they're
2016.
totally different. Like they came for totally different reasons than the original people that subscribed to us.
Like those guys, they might even see the new set and they'll be like, oh, they fucking made it. Oh, it must be nice to like start off with $1 million. But it's like, no, we came from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then we had to change as people. And that's pretty cool.
That's so true.
Yeah, because like now with the team that we have, like I've told a lot of people this, where I guess it kind of does like go back to what you're saying as people. I feel like having the dream team, like dream teams win championships, right? Like you don't need to have a Kobe and a LeBron and all on the same team. You just need to have a good team with chemistry. And even if you two exploded and like let's say we had to become a wedding videographer company, I actually feel like our team, we would kill it in that.
I think so
If we were to shoot commercials, I think we would kill it in that. Like whatever we did, because we have such a dope team, we can move on from genre to genre to genre, and I think we'll just kill it.
That's true. That is true.
So not only do people have to change like individually, I think we also have to change in the same direction
Yes.
as a team too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really cool. Have you ever been so focused on a project or so in the zone that you don't realize anything that's going on around you or with your body, and then all of a sudden a few hours later it hits you and you're fucking hungry as shit? That's what happened with me and Casey right now. So me and Casey were working on the film and we were super in the zone, vibing out, throwing ideas back and forth, and we're getting a really good flow going. And right when we wrapped up, we're like, all right, cool, that's a good place to stop, and let's reconvene on our next meeting. And then we looked at each other and we're like, fuck, I'm fucking hungry as shit right now. So we're gonna go get some food. But I love those because I love it when you're able to like tap into that. Some people, they call it like that flow zone, where, you know, people, they get it from runner's high, or when they're working out, they're in the zone, or whatever they're doing, like they're so focused that this other subconscious part takes over. And then before you know it, you're so productive and you get like 3-4 hours of work done. And then you look back and you're like, oh shoot, where was I? That's crazy. I just felt like my body was on autopilot. And I love those because that makes me feel that's when I'm really in tune with my work. You know, like when you're kind of have to like force yourself and drag yourself to do something and you're aware of what's going on every single step of the way, sometimes you dread it. You know, you're like, oh man, I gotta clean my room. Damn it. And you're picking up one thing at a time. I got this, gotta take out the trash. But then once you get the flow going, then boom, you're vacuuming, wiping curtains down, changing the sheets. And then like 3-4 hours later, you look at your room and you're like, damn, that shit is hella clean. It smells fresh in here and the sun's coming in. I love when it gets to that point, but I always feel like that initial like hump in the beginning before you get into that flow zone, that's the hard part. And that's the part where I think it defeats so many people, where they want to do something. All right, you know what? I'm gonna paint this. I'm gonna wash my car, or all those New Year's resolutions that they have. I want to go to the gym or whatever. And then as soon as they start, it just becomes like this huge task, and they're like, oh shit, fuck it. But the good thing is, like, I think this is one of the important things why I feel like it's so important to find a passion of yours. having a passion makes that initial hump so much more enjoyable. So for example, me and Casey, we can't wait to meet on the feature. And even though we know like every single task that we have at the beginning of the meeting, we already assign ourselves, all right, next time we're gonna do this. The task is usually really hard. It's usually whatever we get stuck on this time. But the fact that the overlying thing is a big passion of ours, it drives us that much more. You know, and like I feel like the same thing goes with like a lot of our editors. And even when I was writing too, like I'd be like, oh fuck, we gotta write a script. And we gotta write today. But then it's still better than being like someone that collects porta potties. Porta potties, like no offense to people that do collect porta potties out there and have to clean them, but any like super blue collared hardcore job, any job that you have like in a creative side, in my opinion, it fits me better. It's gonna be better, and I just have to be what the hell's wrong with this button? What in the world? Oh, okay. Damn, that machine did not want to give me my ticket. That was crazy. But yeah, like every job out there, I feel like that taps into your strengths and whatever you want. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to do what you like to do, and because of that, it helps you overcome that hump if you're doing something that's your passion. I feel like that's so important. But we got so much more progress on the feature film today. I'm really excited. I don't know if I told you guys this before, but we actually had to go back, and actually I think I talked about it in another vlog, where we had to go back and completely scratch our idea, because we met with a veteran writer, and she writes for the Wayans brothers, and she has like a bunch of scripts that she wrote that's like in feature films and even TV shows, reality TV shows and all that stuff. And she came down and she kind of critiqued our script and our idea, well not our script but our idea and brainstorm, and it had a lot of holes. And it's not creative preferences. Like I can get it if you're like, oh, you know what, I don't really like orange, I like blue. It's not that. There's creative rules that you have to obey, and then we broke some of them. So me and Casey went back and we're kind of starting from scratch again. But because of that, we immediately started. But because of that, we immediately started with those holes and addressed those holes, so that with this new idea, we're not gonna have the same mistakes. So we're kind of starting with the hard part. I think with the other feature film, we're starting with the fun stuff. Wouldn't it be cool with this? Wouldn't it be cool with that? We're adding all the ingredients that we want that's fun, but then the underlying like skeleton and structure, which is kind of like the boring parts of making a feature, we were waiting until the end. And it's almost like if you're writing an essay, you start writing what you want to write about first, and then you create the outline for the essay, and that's wrong, you know, and then you're gonna find out there's a lot of holes in your essay. So for us, we decided to go back, do the hard stuff first, the brainstorming, the structure, the outline, and then after we got all that stuff down and taken care of, then we can add all the fun stuff. But the structure and the outline now is looking way better than before, and I feel like after we have a solid outline and we give this to the script person that we have, there's gonna be way less holes. So I'm really happy with the productivity that we had today in the zone, and now I'm super hungry, so coming to Honda and get some yummy food.
No, I didn't know. I thought it'd be more.
I fucking let them come in my mouth and I'll spit it back on their dick.
Is that hot?
Well, I don't know, maybe that's what he wants.
Oh.
Whatever.
Nadim, it's not about him, alright? I already have his answer. I want yours.